At Numerian Capital, we bring you the latest stock news each day. Please like and subscribe so we can bring these articles to you each day. Thank you.
Today, November 16, 2022, is a reverse stock split coming for Mullen stock? Mullen has announced several new proposals to be voted on. Mullen Automotive will propose a reverse stock split at its special meeting of stockholders. The company has also proposed to increase shares authorized to 5 billion from 1.75 billion. Mullen stock is down more than 90% year to date. Mullen Automotive, NASDAQ MULN, stock is in focus after the company announced several new proposals to be voted on at its special meeting of stockholders. Notably, the first proposal asks shareholders to approve a reverse stock split in the range of between 1 for 2 shares and 1 for 25 shares. In addition, since Mullen stock is included in the Russell 2000 index, it must have a minimum closing price of $1 during the rank day in May. November 21st is the record date for the vote. The final decision of the vote will be disclosed on December 23rd. On September 9th, NASDAQ notified the electric vehicle company that it had failed to comply with the $1 minimum bid price requirement. Mullen has 180 calendar days after September 9th, or until March 6 next year, to meet the minimum price. If Mullen is unable to meet the $1 mark for 10 consecutive days before the deadline, it can request another 180 calendar day extension. However, the company will have to then notify NASDAQ of its plans to achieve the minimum bid price. Here's what investors should know about Mullen stock moving forward. Mullen asks shareholders to vote on reverse stock split. If shareholders approve the reverse split proposal, Mullen's board is authorized to enact the split. However, if proposal number 2 is rejected, the board can still enact a reverse split at its discretion before December 1, 2023. Proposal number 2 seeks to increase the shares of common stock authorized to 5 billion from the current 1.75 billion. That marks an increase of 185% and would severely dilute existing shareholders. Meanwhile, proposal number 3 seeks to change Mullen's state of incorporation from Delaware to Maryland. The filing does not give any reason for this change. Next, proposal number 4 seeks to satisfy a securities purchase agreement. The proposal is for issuing $150 million in notes and $190 million in Series D preferred stock. Each are convertible into shares of common stock and warrants exercisable into shares of common stock. As of the record date, 1.3 billion shares of common stock will be outstanding, with each share receiving 1 vote. On top of that, Series B and C shares carry 1 vote as well. Meanwhile, Series A shares carry 1,000 votes each. Yesterday, Mullen announced that CEO David Michery had purchased 1 Series A share for $25,000 in cash. That single share carries 1.3 billion votes only on reverse stock split proposal. This implies that Michery will vote for a reverse split. Mullen stock fans, don't miss this key December 23rd catalyst. Mullen stock could soon experience a reverse stock split. Mullen Automotive will hold its special meeting of stockholders on December 23rd. Shareholders will vote on a reverse stock split and an increase in authorized shares. Shareholders of Mullen Automotive stock should be on the lookout, as the electric vehicle company will vote on a series of substantial proposals at its special meeting of stockholders on December 23rd. At the meeting, shareholders will vote on a potential reverse stock split, increasing authorized shares, and changing Mullen's state of incorporation to Maryland from Delaware. The first proposal seeks to propose an amendment for a reverse stock split that will not be filed prior to the later of March 6, 2023 and 180 days after such date. March 6 is the deadline for Mullen to have a minimum closing bid price of $1 for 10 consecutive days in order to remain compliant with NASDAQ guidelines. If the company is unable to achieve this, it is still eligible to file a 180 calendar extension. The stipulations highlighted above will only be active if Mullen does not file a reverse split amendment before May 1, 2023. During May, the Russell 2000 index holds its rank day to determine if a stock meets its necessary minimum inclusion price of $1. Mullen stock was added to the index last June. If shareholders approve the first proposal, Mullen's board will have authorization until December 1, 2023 to implement a reverse split. What this vote means for Mullen stock? The next proposal seeks to increase the authorized shares of common stock from 1.75 billion to 5 billion, marking an increase of 185%. As an EV startup, Mullen requires access to substantial sums of capital that will be allocated towards facility and production costs. However, existing shareholders will face severe dilution if this proposal is approved. It's highly likely that the reverse split proposal will be approved. That's because CEO David Michery just recently purchased a single share of newly issued Series A of preferred stock for $25,000 in cash. That single share carries 1.3 billion votes that are only applicable for the reverse split proposal. On top of that, it seems that the only way for Mullen to satisfy the $1 minimum bid price is through a reverse split, unless shares somehow increase by 300% to 400%. Besides Michery's mega share, there are 1.3 billion shares of common stock and each carries one vote. Meanwhile, Series B and C preferred stock each carry one vote as well, while Series A preferred stock carries 1,000 votes. The Series A of preferred stock will vote in proportion with the rest of the classes of shares. If the reverse split proposal is approved, Michery will automatically redeem his share for $25,000 in cash.
Thanks for watching Numerian Capital News. Please come back tomorrow for another stock news update. Thank you.